Okay, so starting by setting up standing posture, heel of the foot, arch of the foot, spin it round so the ankles are underneath the knees, underneath the hips. We're going to lengthen from the arches of the feet and continue that lengthening up through the ankles, up through the lower legs, so just gently taking the locks off the knees, up through the thighs, pelvic bones are facing forwards, move through pelvic tilt in, backwards and forwards till you find the midline. Lengthening up through the torso, roll the shoulders up, back and down, open through the chest, lengthen up through the throat, up through the head to the top of the ceiling. So we should feel lengthened from the arches of the feet, held and aware of how we're standing, but not forced. Let's just bring it into the breath, nice deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through pursed lips. The exhale is a little bit longer than the inhale. We're relaxing the shoulders and working right down to the bases of the lungs as we inhale. And then exhale, gently drawing the tummy in. And as we breathe out this next time, we're going to lift up through the pelvic floor and hollow through the abs. So nice and gentle, nothing too extreme. So if you had a belt on, it would be 3 out of 10 on that belt. So just gently starting to switch everything on, starting to become a little bit more aware and lifting and hollowing. One more. Okay, we're going to come into a squat. We're just going to take the feet slightly wider than hip distance, turning the toes out slightly. And we're going to take the arms up as we squat down, maintaining alignment with the knees, so don't let the knees roll in and the pelvis doesn't come forwards, it tilts backwards, okay? So we're going to inhale, knees going over the toes, exhale up. Just be mindful that if you have problems with the knees, that this doesn't happen, and also this isn't happening, okay? So from the side, hips are going back, chest is up. So again, we're not bending and just doing this, okay? Keep the chest up, knees are going over the toes. It doesn't matter if it's not deep, it's all about technique and alignment. So inhale, exhale, draw the tummy in as you're lengthening up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together as your arms come up. Good. 2 more. Deep breath for the last one. Exhale. Okay, this time we're going to come down. Hold it there. Try and take the arms a little bit higher. Thumbs are going to go up, down to the middle, out to the side, and back up. So working into the shoulder, working into the upper back. So thumbs up. If you struggle here, you can put a bend in the elbows, and that's going to give you a little bit more movement. Exhale out, inhale, return, back up twice more. Inhale, exhale, and last time. So nice deep breath in, exhale, continue that exhalation, and then inhale, return. Okay, we're going to stay down in the squat this time. We're going to hold it. We're going to take the hands up next to the head. So the squat doesn't have to be as deep as when we were doing the warm-up squats. We're going to find that middle ground between standing and deep squat. Hands up next to the head. Inhale, lower body stays nice and still. Exhale, over we go. Inhale back, squeeze those shoulders. Let them slide down into the back pockets. Exhale. If at any point you need to come back up, shake it out and come back down. So those legs should be starting to tell you they are warm. Squeeze those shoulders, don't let them raise up. Breathing out, inhale. Really helpful for tight lower backs. Good, one more, each side. Squeeze the shoulders, and then gently release. Okay, back to feet hip distance. If you're not sure, you can always heel in the foot, arch of the foot. So if you're not so good with balance, if you know that's a bit of a weak area, get next to something that you can balance or steady yourself on. Try not to rely on it, try not to stand and just lean, okay? So we're going to bounce on the right leg, soften the knee, lift through the hip, hands on the hips to start. I'm going to take the leg, the left leg, tap it out to the side, bring it back, tap it behind, engage in the core. If you're wobbling all over, think about where the weight is. So if you're leaning all of your weight onto that supporting leg, you need to bring some weight back to the middle. Utilize this part of the body so you're engaged in the core. This supporting knee is soft, Try not to let it roll in, so you're using the hip. Good, so you're breathing out, tap away, inhale, come back, exhale. Hips stay nice and still. Good, again, nice. One more. Relax the shoulders, good, nice. And then release, we'll swap it over. Mental note of what felt easy, what felt a bit more challenging. Soften the knee, engage the core, lift up, inhale, exhale. Good. Draw the tummy in, support and lengthen from the mat right the way through the leg. Nice. Exhale, inhale back. Good. One more, each direction. Good. And then gently release. Okay, come to the back end of the mat. We're going to do a little bit of a roll down sequence, working on some flow. So feet hip distance, create that length through the top of the head, almost imagining that there's a helium balloon tied to the head and it's going to lift us up effortlessly. So inhale, little bend in the knees, tuck the head in, chin in, round out the shoulders, keep that chin tucked in, so you want to avoid this sort of position. You're tucking it in, you're keeping everything rolling forward, soften those knees as much as you need. We're going to take a nice deep breath in at the bottom. Now, you've got an option, you're going to gently drop to the knees and step the left leg forwards. The front foot is flat on the mat and we're going to lunge forwards. Now from the front, this knee, don't let it do this. So we're working on opening through the hip. If you do have a tendency to roll in, think about aiming that knee to the outside of the foot, okay? So you're going to come forwards, hold it here. Float those arms up, lengthen a little bit of the chest open, and release. Step it back. Tuck the toes under, back in, forward fold. Bend those knees as much as you need. There's no tension in the head. Deep breath in at the bottom. Keep that head and chin tucked in. Draw the tummy in and reset the spine one vertebra at a time. Lift it all the way up. Shoulders and then head. Deep breath. Bend through the knees and nod forward with the head. So round out the shoulders. This time we're going to change legs. So breathing out all the way down. Deep breath in. So you can drop to the knees. Step the right leg forwards, front foot flat on the mat, knee, don't let it roll in, chest comes forwards, hips come forwards, bring the chest up, arms up, looking up, nice, and release, step it back, tuck the toes under. Okay, the next time I'm going to show you by staying on the hands, okay? So that's level one, you're breathing out as you're coming up, engage the core, draw the tummy in, shoulders, and then head. So we're doing it twice more through. Exhale. So the next level, all the way down, is you're going to walk the hands forwards into a high plank and step the left leg forwards, gently lowering the back knee. Now, if you find that you're not quite at that level, but you're a little bit further ahead than the previous level, you can drop the knee and give it a little bit of a helping hand and step it through if you struggle with that hip tightness. Maintain alignment with the knee, chest up, good. Back down, repeat. Tuck the toes under and then we're going to walk the hands back. We've got one more to do. So you're finding the level that works best for you between feeling comfortable and starting to challenge the body. Use the tummy, lift up, hollowing through. Last time. Bend it through the knees. Tuck that chin in, round and out. All the way down, deep breath in, you can walk the hands out and lift the foot through, gently lower the back knee, bring the hips forwards, good, good, alright, and then set it back, alright, in a child's pose, so wide knees, rest the hips back. If you struggle with this, you can place a block, cushion underneath the head. If you struggle to get your hips back, you can use 2 blocks if you need to. Just take some steady breaths here. Good, okay. We're going to come into 4-point kneeling. So here we've got wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, shoulders away from the ears. Just be mindful that you're not letting all of the weight sit in the heels and in the knees. You're going to bring the weight forwards, engage in the core, okay? So we're going to take the left leg back, straighten it out. And the right arm, you're going to look up towards the right hand. Nice rotation through the spine. And replace. Swap it over. Right leg out. Left arm up. Good. And replace. Let's do that once more each side. Exhale. Looking up. Replace. And again, noticing what it feels like between the two sides. Good. And relax. Okay, we're going to lie face down on the mat. Rolled up towel, cushion or a block to rest the forehead on. Hands either side of the head, relax the shoulders. If you struggle to lie in this position with the lower back, rolled up towel underneath the hips can just help tilt the pelvis back a little as well. So elbows are bent in line with the shoulders. Inhale, keep the feet on the mat. We're going to exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale and lower them back down. Exhale, squeeze, inhale. So great for anybody that sits a lot of time at a desk. Maybe you find that you drive a lot. This is really good for activating the upper back at the same time as lengthening the shoulders. Try and relax the jaw so there's no tension there. 2 more. Okay, relax the head, neck and shoulders now. We're going to lengthen the legs. Straighten one leg nice and long. Lift as we exhale. Inhale and replace. Exhale, opposite leg. If you struggle with the leg being straight, bend the knee and lift up. Slightly changing the dynamic of where we're hitting a little bit, but it is the same part of the posterior chain. A little bit more challenging when the leg is straight. Draw the tummy in, relax the shoulders, so you breathe out as you lift. Keep the knee nice and long. Inhale back down, exhale. Good. One more each leg. Good. Nice. Release. Place the blocks on one side. Take the hands either side of the head. Keep the feet on the mat. Inhale. Lift the head, neck and shoulders. The head, neck and shoulders are in alignment, so you're not looking up. Light weight through the hands. Inhale and lower. If you feel like you want to challenge, next level, you bring the arms, but relax the shoulders. Remember, relax the neck, relax the jaw. Inhale. Those feet stay on the mat. Draw the tummy in. Try not to lift the head, like looking up, you're looking down. The head should be balanced, nice and lightly. Inhale. Just let's do 2 more. Good. Last one. Nice. And release. Let's lie on the right side. Support the head if that's too difficult. Block underneath the head, supporting. Okay, bend the knees. Hips are going to be in line, but about 45 degrees at the hips, okay? We're going to keep those hips locked in. Exhale, lift the top leg. The insides of the feet stay connected. Inhale and gently lower down. Exhale. So try not to roll back. Okay, you're pushing that hip forwards. Great for activating the glutes, but don't worry if it's not a big movement, okay? That's absolutely fine, totally normal. And you're noticing what it feels like on this side, whether the movement's restricted, whether it feels challenging, or whether it feels really easy. 2 more. Good. Last one. Good. Release. Let's lie on the back. So we're going to find our neutral posture into the spine. So fingers together, thumbs just below the belly button. And they should be nice and flat, okay? We're then going to imprint the lower back. So the lower back at the moment has got a bit of a gap. We're going to imprint it so it comes in contact. Tilt the pelvis so the lower back is now in contact with the mat and the pelvis is pointed up towards the ceiling, so your fingertips would be pointed up. We're going to engage the core, lift the right leg in line with the hip, left leg in line with the hip, shins parallel. So just try and avoid this position and this position, okay? So we're working on stability here. So we're going to inhale, keep the head, neck and shoulders on the mat. Exhale, lengthen the left leg, gently lower. Inhale, bring it back. So the lower back throughout stays on the mat. So you only lower the leg as far as the lower back and the abs allow. So if you find that taking that leg really far down then causes the back to arch, If you can't control that or stop that from happening, you just have to not take the leg as far down. So exhale, inhale. So we're working into those hip flexor stability muscles. We're also working into those abs, so those deep transverse abdominals. Inhale back. Exhale, engage your core. Last time. Draw the tummy in. Good. Gently hug those knees in. Hands are going to come out onto the cross. Knees to the right, head to the left. Both shoulder blades, keep them on the mat and try and keep those knees together. Couple of nice deep breaths. Open right the way through into the obliques. And again, over the other side. Good. Nice. Okay, let's lie on the opposite side now. Again, support the head if you need to with a block and shoulder issues. Okay, so 45 degrees at the hips. Inside of the feet stay connected. Inhale. Exhale, open. A little squeeze at the top. Inhale, lower. So remember, you're not rolling back. You're squeezing that hip and pushing it forwards. Inhale, down. Draw the tummy in. Inhale. Good. And again. And we're noticing and comparing to the previous side. Okay, let's just do 2 more. Good. And release. Relax it down. Okay, last little bit. Take the right leg out, left foot is going to come in contact with the thigh. If this hip's really tight and you're sitting up here, block, support, okay? If you're sitting like this, sitting on the block will help give you that little bit tilt forwards. Okay, hands up next to the ears, relax the shoulders, bring the weight forwards, and then come back, over. So if this is your right leg, we'll come over to the right. Inhale, exhale, inhale, squeeze the shoulders, exhale. Push that knee down, don't let the hip lift. Exhale, relax and squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, breathing out. Last time, so you exhale as you're moving away from center into the stretch. Inhale and return to center. Good. And release, give the arms a little shake, swap it over. Notice, do you need more support? Do you need less support here? Inhale, and then exhale, bring it forwards. Inhale back, exhale, go on the opposite side. Inhale, and then draw the tummy in as you breathe out. Good. Pushing that knee down as you move away from center, working into the hip, working into your lower back. Good. Again, squeeze the shoulder blades together, don't let those shoulders creep up. Last one. This is number 3. I'm not very good at counting. Inhale, last one then. Over we go. Push that knee down. Good. And release, give that shimmy. Alright. Cross the legs. Feeling good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, feeling happy, healthy. Exhale, release. Last time. And you're going to bring the hands together and give yourself a round of applause. Well done.